The Afghan sun beat down mercilessly, its rays piercing through the thin air, leaving no shadow unscathed. The heat was relentless, a constant reminder of the harsh environment we found ourselves in. Dust devils danced across the desolate landscape, swirling in chaotic patterns as if mocking our presence. These tiny tornadoes of sand and dust were a testament to the untamed nature of this land. It was my third tour in this unforgiving land, a place where survival was a daily battle. Each tour had left its mark on me, etching memories of both camaraderie and conflict deep into my soul. Western Afghanistan, a region scarred by years of conflict, bore the wounds of countless battles. The remnants of war were everywhere, from crumbling buildings to the silent echoes of past skirmishes. The air hung heavy with the scent of dry earth and the ghosts of battles past. We were back not as conquerors, but as guardians of a fragile peace. The land seemed to whisper its stories of struggle and resilience, not for rest and relaxation, but for another dance with danger. Each mission required meticulous preparation, from checking our gear to briefing on the latest intelligence. We knew the risks, but we also knew our duty. The Taliban, a relentless foe, continued to plague the region. Their presence was a constant threat, their tactics ever evolving. We had to stay one step ahead, always vigilant, always ready. Our mission? Disrupt their operations, protect the innocent and bring a semblance of stability to this fractured land. It was a daunting task, but one we approached with unwavering resolve. The stakes were high and the cost of failure was unimaginable. Each mission was a roll of the dice. The stakes were high, survival was never guaranteed, but we were prepared, we were trained. Every patrol, every engagement was a test of our skills and our willpower. We were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Our training had honed us into a formidable force, capable of adapting to any situation. We trusted in our abilities and in each other. We lived for the thrill, the challenge, the brotherhood. The bonds we formed in the heat of battle were unbreakable, forged in the crucible of shared hardship and mutual respect. Together we stood as one, ready to face the unknown. We were part of a special operations task force, a unit forged in the crucible of conflict, a combined team of elite warriors, each member handpicked for their exceptional skills and unwavering dedication. Marine Raiders and Army Special Forces working in tandem, seamlessly blending their expertise to form a cohesive fighting force. Each group brought unique skills to the table, from advanced reconnaissance to direct action capabilities. A symphony of destruction orchestrated to perfection, where every move was calculated and every strike precise. The Green Berets were masters of unconventional warfare, adept at turning the tide of battle through guerrilla tactics and psychological operations. Experts in infiltration, sabotage, and working with local militias, they could destabilize enemy forces from within. The Marine Raiders were force multipliers, bringing heavy firepower and specialized skills to the battlefield, capable of overwhelming any adversary. Together, we were an unstoppable force, a juggernaut of military might that could not be deterred. Our task force operated in the shadows, striking swiftly and silently, leaving no trace of our presence. We were the ghosts of war, haunting the enemy's nightmares, invisible yet ever present. We were the shield that protected the innocent, standing as guardians against the chaos of conflict. We were the tip of the spear, leading the charge into the heart of danger, always at the forefront of every mission. Our training was relentless, preparing us to adapt to any environment, from scorching deserts to frozen tundras. We executed daring rescue operations, saving hostages and bringing them back to safety, no matter the risk. Our bravery and dedication were recognized, but the true reward was knowing we made a difference. The bond we shared was unbreakable, forged through the trials of combat and the trust we placed in each other. And when the mission was over, we returned home, carrying the weight of our experiences, but also the pride of our service. A routine patrol turned into a nightmare. What started as a calm and uneventful day quickly spiraled into chaos. A convoy of Afghan National Army soldiers, escorted by our advisors, was ambushed in a narrow valley. The terrain was treacherous, with steep cliffs on either side, making it the perfect spot for an ambush. The Taliban sprang their trap with deadly precision. They had been waiting, watching, and they knew exactly when to strike. Machine gun fire ripped through the air. The sudden burst of bullets created a cacophony of chaos, shattering the silence of the valley. The valley echoed with the sounds of battle. The mountains amplified the gunfire, making it seem like the enemy was everywhere. The crackle of gunfire, the explosions of RPGs. The air was thick with smoke and the smell of gunpowder. Our advisors fought back bravely, but they were outnumbered and outgunned. Despite their training and determination, the odds were stacked against them. A call for help crackled over the radio. The urgency in the voice was unmistakable, signaling the dire situation on the ground. Reinforcements were needed, and fast. The situation was dire. Every second that passed meant more lives at risk. We knew we had to act quickly. Every second counted. The urgency was palpable as we prepared to respond. We assembled a quick reaction force, ready to plunge into the heart of the ambush. The plan was clear: rescue our comrades and neutralize the threat. Our mission: extract the survivors and punish the enemy. It was a race against time, and failure was not an option. The bravery and determination of our soldiers would be tested like never before. The Taliban knew we would come. They had anticipated our counterattack. The ambush site was a carefully laid trap. They had fortified their positions, preparing for a prolonged firefight. They expected us to charge in blindly, eager for revenge. They were waiting to spring their trap and inflict maximum casualties. They underestimated us. We would not fall for their tricks. We knew we had to be smart. We had to be cunning. We couldn't afford to play their game. We needed a plan that would exploit their weaknesses and turn their trap against them. Section 5. The Green Berets, Instruments of Retribution. A team of Green Berets was selected for the mission. These were the best of the best. Highly trained, experienced, and battle-hardened warriors. They were masters of stealth and precision. They were chosen for their ability to operate independently behind enemy lines. Their mission: infiltrate the enemy's position, assess the situation, and pave the way for a counterattack. These men were not just soldiers, they were silent predators. They moved like shadows in the night. They were the embodiment of courage and skill. They were the perfect weapon for this mission. Section 6. Whispers in the Dark. Planning the counterattack. The planning phase was crucial. Every detail was meticulously scrutinized. Satellite imagery, intelligence reports, and local knowledge were pieced together to create a comprehensive picture of the enemy's dispositions. The Green Berets studied the terrain, identified potential ambush points, and formulated a plan of attack. The plan was simple, yet elegant. A night infiltration, followed by a swift and decisive strike. The mission would be conducted under the cover of darkness. Silence would be their weapon. Surprise would be their ally. They would strike like ghosts, leaving the enemy confused and disoriented. Section 7. The silent approach, evading the enemy's grasp. The Green Berets moved silently through the night. They navigated the treacherous terrain with uncanny precision. They avoided known enemy patrols and observation posts. Every step was carefully placed. Every movement was deliberate. They were ghosts in the night, unseen and unheard. They slipped through the enemy's defenses like whispers in the wind. Their training and experience were evident in their flawless execution. They were closing in on their objective. The tension was palpable. The fate of the ambushed soldiers rested on their shoulders. They were ready to strike. Section 8. Storm of Steel, the Raid. The Green Berets launched their attack with surgical precision. They neutralized the enemy's sentries silently and efficiently. Then they unleashed a storm of controlled fury upon the unsuspecting Taliban fighters. The valley erupted in chaos. The enemy, caught completely off guard, scrambled to defend their positions, but it was too late. The Green Berets were inside their perimeter, wreaking havoc. The Taliban fighters, disoriented and demoralized, offered little resistance. They were no match for the highly trained and motivated Green Berets. The battle was short and brutal. Section 9. Victory's Embrace, a flawless operation. The mission was a resounding success. The ambushed soldiers were rescued. The Taliban fighters were routed. The Green Berets achieved their objective without suffering a single casualty. The mission was a testament to their courage, skill, and meticulous planning. They had faced a formidable enemy in a challenging environment and emerged victorious. They had proven once again that they were the best of the best. They had turned the enemy's trap against them. They had demonstrated the power of precision and planning. They had brought a measure of justice to the valley. Section 10, Echoes of Valor. The echoes of the battle faded into the Afghan night. The Green Berets returned to base, their mission accomplished. They had faced death and emerged unscathed. They were heroes, but they wouldn't call themselves that. They were just doing their job, protecting the innocent, defending freedom. Their actions spoke louder than any words. Their valor resonated through the ranks. Their story would be told and retold, inspiring future generations of warriors. They were a symbol of hope in a land ravaged by war. They were the embodiment of the American fighting spirit.